In this video, we see how fish react underwater to different lures and baits. Welcome back to the channel and to a very rainy west coast of Scotland. I've been trying to get a lot of underwater footage in recent videos. So in this video I've teamed up with CanFish and I've got the CanFish CamX. It's a great little camera and it's easy to use. It's got a hole at either end to tie the line to, and these fins help keep it stable. It's even got a light for fishing in dark conditions. I've already had a couple of sessions using it with lures. In the first session it was pretty tough going and we only got small fish, but I did manage to catch quite a few. And then I went out a couple of days later and I went to a much deeper spot. The snow had melted enough by then, so the walk wasn't too bad. And I did catch some much bigger fish. Using this camera, you can see exactly how the fish are reacting to your lures, and you can actually just pull it up, watch it on your phone, and then change lures accordingly to find something that they want to hit. It was really cool watching the fish chasing and taking the lures. But today I'm going to use the camera for bait fishing. You can attach a float ring to this and use it as a float and watch it live on your phone to see the fish coming up and taking the bait. So I'm going to use it as a float first of all, and then I'm going to put a weight on and tie on a leader and use it for some bottom fishing. I'll put up the highlights from the lure fishing sessions just now, and then we'll come back once I've got this tied on and we'll do some float and bottom fishing with it. This is the spot that I tried lure fishing first. I went through a few different lures before this little orange one started getting some interest. Even though these fish were small, it was cool to see the little packs of fish attack the lure. Casting with the CamX is a bit like using a bombarder. You can cast tiny lures much further than you usually could. On this cast, a slightly bigger fish did come up and show some interest, but it didn't take the hook. It wasn't long before another pack of little pollock started attacking the lure again. I've got another little one, but I just watched some of the footage back on my phone and I have seen a couple of bigger fish down there. Not taking the lure, but they are showing interest, so hopefully we get a bigger one soon. We just got small fish at the first spot, so I headed to a deeper area and started off with this white soft plastic. A couple of pollock followed it down as it dropped. Then some coalfish on another drop. Strangely, this lure didn't get any attention on the retrieves. Next, I decided to try some sand eel sections. I put half a sand eel on a jig head and sent it out. On the first drop, a shoal of little coalfish were pecking at the bait, Then a pollock came in, scaring them off. It had a look, but then soon disappeared. On another drop, a bigger pollock was showing real interest. I always thought that if a bait like this was right in front of a fish, it would just eat it. It just shows you how picky they can be. Even when it came back in for a second look and had a good sniff, it decided against eating the sand eel section. On a different drop, a pollock again came and checked it out without taking it. Next, I tried this yellow scented soft plastic. I was hoping the scent, along with the movement of the tail, would encourage a take. A fish did come in to check this out, but immediately I got snagged on some kelp, and we got no more follows on that one. I put on my most reliable lure, this 40-gram metal, and we didn't have to wait long for a take. The fish had a couple of looks and then nailed it. Got a good fish! The fish was swimming straight down. Pollock always try to get into the kelp on the bottom. I managed to get him up briefly, but it dove straight back for the bottom again, and almost got us stuck in the kelp. Yes! Woohoo! We had to work hard for that one. We'll get him back in quickly. A couple of casts later, and we hooked up again. This fish managed to find some kelp stems and got us stuck. I hopped around on the rocks to try and change the angle and hopefully free the fish. We lost that one. I think that one was even bigger. But at least with the camera, we can see what actually happened. The fish had got to the kelp and managed to lever the lure out against the stem, spitting out tiny bait fish as it swam away. For the bait fishing session, I chose this spot. I had two baits on, prawn and lugworm. I got my phone connected and cast out. I tried a few areas, but there was no fish near the surface. This is pretty common in winter. So I took off the float ring and tied on a bigger weight to drop the baits to the bottom. We got a bite right away on the prawn, but it was tiny and we didn't hook it. I cast out further into much deeper water. This is the view with the light on the camera. A good clear image, even in deep water. But unfortunately, the only fish we seen was this tiny one swimming under and away from the worm. Not much luck with the baits, but we got some great footage on the lures. If you want to try this camera for yourself, you can use the code N57FISH20 for $20 off. There's a link in the comments and the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers.